This enormous medieval castle is built on a 2,000-foot-high volcanic mound, today near the border of Syria and Lebanon. This Crusader castle is one of the most significant medieval military monuments and has been recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site since 2006. The fortress was built in 1031 by the Emir of Homs city in order to control the road connecting the coast with the inner Syrian territories. The valley is the only natural pass between the coast and the inner territories of Syria. The Crusaders seized the castle in 1110 and built a new citadel in place of the old one. The new castle could hold 4,000 people, and so Crac Chevaliers became the largest Crusader castle of the Holy Land. During the Crusades between 1150 and 1250, the fortress was headquarters for the Johannites. After 162 years under the reign of the Crusaders, the otherwise impregnable fortress was captured in 1271 by Mamluk Sultan Baybar using a trick. He convinced the Johannites that the Crusader commander in Tripoli had ordered them to surrender, so they gave up the fight and were granted free passage. Later, the Arabs restored and fortified the castle with new towers and converted the chapel into a mosque. The fortress occupies an area of around 30,000 square feet and is surrounded by a 10-foot thick wall with 13 towers. The fortress has a concentric arrangement. The nested walls increased the shooting range and firepower of the defending army and also made it easier for them to support their soldiers fighting outside the fortress. The gates were defended by a sophisticated system with drawbridges and arched corridors. The only entrance to the castle is on the eastern side of the outer wall, accessible through a drawbridge. The inner fortress itself is built on a raised rock terrace, and on its lower courtyard stands the most enchanting building of the complex, the Loggia Crac. The cisterns were located in a hall supported by 70-foot thick columns. Other storage facilities were dug into the cliff below the fortress. It's estimated that the Hospitallers, the knights stationed here, could have withstood a siege for 5 years. The moat on the lower courtyard of the castle between the inner and outer walls was filled with water through an aqueduct on the southern side of the fortress. It served not only defense purposes, but also served as a cistern. In times of peace, the water was used to fill the baths. In clear weather, the view from the southwestern guard tower is breathtaking. The 12,000-foot-high snow-covered peak of the anti-Lebanon mountains is clearly visible. To the east, visitors can see as far as the Orontes Valley of the Big River. Lawrence of Arabia described the fortress as perhaps the most preserved and most wholly admirable castle in the world.